Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got two replays in the American Tier 9 Premium Tank Destroyer, the AAT-60. Now this is a pretty damn ridiculously good tank destroyer. It's just ridiculous, honestly, to be honest. It's the gun handling is not great when you're on the move. That's pretty much its only weakness, if I'm honest, is the fact that the gun blooms out a hell of a lot when you're on the move. As you can see, currently it's massive. But your aim time is pretty damn quick, because you've only got a 1.7 second aim time. So you basically aim the gun in very, very fast. And that means that even though this accuracy on the move and this bloom that you get on the move is awful, it doesn't matter. You feel like your gun is aimed. You just have to wait that split second longer, essentially, to get the gun ready, and you're in and you're shooting again. Because you have absolutely nutty DPM. The reload for this tank for 420 Alpha is fantastic. You've got good shell velocity on this main cannon as well, with 1450 on the standard APCR shells. You got good penetration at 251 and 325 on the heat shells, which do go a little bit slower at like 1,000 meters a second. You've got 67 kilometers an hour top speed, which you hit quite easily. You're basically a TD version of the Concept 1B. And to be honest, the way that the tank handles, especially with the DPM, the mobility, and the really good turret armor / hull armor, you like a tier 10 medium tank as opposed to a tier 9 tank destroyer. That's just the way that the AAT-60 feels, and it's just an absolutely nutty tank to play. It's a lot of fun to play. Obviously, the problem is it's pretty damn expensive being a tier 9 premium, but like I say, I think it's probably on the side of, well, I think it's probably definitely on the side of being OP, if I'm honest. It's a ridiculously good tank, and I want to drill that in. It's a ridiculously good tank. So what do I run in terms of a crew on the AAT-60? Well, I run Born Leader, Rapid Reload, Sixth Sense, Situational Awareness, Steady Aim, Run and Gun, Camouflage Expertise, Silent Driving, and Rapid Aim. Rapid Aim to make the turret traverse better, because it is a little bit slow on the turret traverse. It's not horrendously slow, it's 26 degrees a second, which is not horrendously slow, like I say, but it is slow enough, and I want to make it better, because like I say, I play it very much like a medium tank as opposed to a TD, because that's the way it handles. It definitely feels like a medium tank. And then I run Camouflage Expertise and Silent Driving to make the camo better on it, because it is a TD and you can play it like a TD, so making the camo better is always really nice. And Steady Aim and Run and Gun, because I want to make my accuracy 10% better in general. It's always great to have that. And basically 10% better on the move, because I try to do that sort of to nullify the effect of the on the move dispersions as much as possible, because obviously you can't fit vertical stabilizers because you are a TD. So Run and Gun helps to reduce the impact on moving on your reticle a little bit there as well, and just helps to hit those odd shots on the move too. And in terms of equipment, I run the Advanced Loader, Optics, and the Camo Net. Camo Net to make sure that my camo is as good as possible, because you can get it down to about 270 meters of still concealment, which is pretty damn nice. And then the Advanced Loader and Optics to be able to spot for myself and make my DPM 10% better, which is as good as possible. And yeah, like I say, because of the fact you can get the camo really good on this tank as well, it just means that this tank basically feels like it has everything. And that's why it is so, so good, and it really does feel like a tier 10 medium tank. So far in this game, we've managed 3.7k damage now with 390 assistance, and we're just attacking these guys from behind that we're trying to get towards our base. Currently, there's 3 of us against 3 of them, and we've just got to keep this gun going. We need to wipe out tanks as we go. The Bat Tap makes a mistake and drives out and gets absolutely obliterated. Now we're nearly reloaded. We try and get the shot into the lower plate of the Contra Caro Mark II, and unfortunately we don't quite get the shot into his lower plate. Our WZ-1 Level 1-4 gets shut down, but we're really trying to shut that guy down. Unfortunately enough, he ends up getting killed by the Carnarvon. We ricochet off the 777 version 2 though, which is a sad time, but we do start poking over to get shots into his lower plate. And really the 777 is going to struggle a little bit here against me, because I am very good hull down with my armor, but also he doesn't quite have the gun depression to get the shots into me. But we are just going to keep trying to pummel shots in. We are being careful of the 705 that was on the left, but now that the Skoda T56 has gone in, he's distracted this 777 version 2, and we can now try our best to get rid of this guy. So we come over, put a shot straight into his back end, which shuts him down. Now we're going in on the 705, which we managed to track in place, damage him. Now he's a one-shot for my friend. Unfortunately, my friend bounces. Will he get to finish him off, or will I? We get the reload in time, and we ricochet off his lower plate because, okay. Thank you, RNG. That's good of you. Now he's given us his drive wheel at a weird angle, and we get to shut down the Object 705. And we finish the game with the victory. Come top on the team, 4 kills, 6.5k damage, 390 assistance. The first class, the high caliber. So that's the first class for 2023 base XP, because why not? That just probably shows how mad this tank is, to be fair. It's really, really hard to ace it. I mean, I think the ace at the minute was still like 2.3 or 2.2k base XP, which is... It always is a testament to how good a tank is sometimes, that the base XP requirement for an ace is that high. And that is just the AAT60. It's an absolute mental tank. It really can do it all. And I said, if it was at tier 10, it might feel in its place, right? It won't feel out of place if it was at tier 10. But at tier 9, where you can see tier 7s as well, oh boy. Oh boy. It's a crazy, crazy tank. And we're on the second replay, which is on Highway. And on Highway, we're going to push aggressively under the bridge, try and spot the guys that camp along the 8 line for them, and then cut off anybody that tries to cross this AB line. Because that's what you can do from this position under the bridge. You basically can completely nullify the enemy team's attack down the flank, pretty much, because you can get shots at them as they try and sit at the position at A2 where they might be safe, but you can also get shots at the guys as they cross the A line. So as you can see at the minute, this WZ1321 is in a position where I can get a nice shot into him. We're currently stopping the 1390 pushing as well. The 2 light tanks are basically boned at this point, so what I'm going to try and do is move up so I can push under this ridge line, get under their gun line, and then start spotting them up, because that way I will start to farm assistance, and I can get safe myself and start getting some damage. So the Centauro gets spotted and shuts down our 1390. Now I'm at the ridge line where I want to be, and from here, like I say, we can go hull down. We can start spotting, we can start slapping the shells out. This tank has, like I say, pretty damn solid turret armor. It bounces a pretty good amount, and being hull down, I'm pretty confident in its ability to bounce these shots. As you can see, the spotting assist is starting to fly in for the guys that we are spotting. We're up to 2.1k damage so far with 776 assistance, and with the gun handling, yep, sure. It blooms out a lot when you move forward and backwards and you turn the turret, but it really does aim in super, super quickly, which means that there is no waiting around. It's not like you've got this awful, awful accuracy on the move and this awful gun dispersion on movement, right, where the gun blooms out massively, but then you've got a 2.3 or 2.4 second aim time, so it takes forever to aim in. No, you've got a 1.7 second aim time, and that just means that you reload so quickly. Not reload, you aim so quickly, and it's just, yeah, it's mental. This is one of those tanks that I still go, what happened? What happened in the development of this thing? Because it is so ridiculously good. And now we're going to push up to the ridge in front of our guys, because you see where our team is so far? They're pushing up quite aggressively at AB. So what I need to do is get up to this ridge line in front of me and then start haranguing and harassing these medium tanks and heavy tanks that are sitting on the ridge at D9. Because that way they will stop shooting my friends that are sitting at A7. But we've also got to be careful of the TD that is on our left too. We get a shot into the Conqueror the CGC, the Conqueror gun carriage. The TD that was on our left actually gets shut down, which is fantastic, because that means that we don't have to worry too much about being shot now from A9, because that is the counter position to the position we are in. If there's 1 or 2 tanks at A9 and your team isn't pushing up that from A6, you can get countered in this position really, really easily, and it turns into a really sticky situation for you. But we are currently farming, which is great. We're up to 5k damage with 3,026 assistance. So, I mean, we're having a very good game already. We're at, what, 8k combined so far? And then we take a big hit from that Death Star there. That was 1,200 hit points in one shot. That's just what Death Stars do. And it's because I didn't pay him any heed. I didn't pay him any attention whatsoever. And when you don't pay attention to the Death Star, they tend to punish you and it never ends well. We're up to 5.7k damage now. We're just looking for a shot into the T-30. We get that shell in. Now the Death Star is not going to be paying attention to us because he's got too many people coming in. We're pushing over so that we can try and get a shot into the Death Star, but also angling for a shot possibly at the thing at J6. And the Death Star does end up getting shut down by the Sheridan. And it's a Sturm Tiger. It's a Sturm Tiger against one heavy tank. So what we're going to do is we're going to charge down to the ridgeline and hopefully get there to get a shot into... I'm hoping we can get there to get a shot into him, but unfortunately for me, he does end up starting to get farmed. And we finish the game with 6.1k damage and 3.2k assistance, which is like 9k combined, which is pretty damn nice in a tier 10 game. And we finish with the epic victory, like I say, top of the team, that 9k combined, second class sniper, high caliber, Confederate, 1851 base XP. Like I say, 1800 base XP to 1900 base XP tends to be a first class for most tanks. But yeah, that was a second class, and it was a really damn nice game. So as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.
A great success!